Alright, welcome to another After Hours Gaming League game. We're in the 2014 season. This is Game 3. We have Microsoft LoL Studio Poro on the blue team, and on the purple team we have Occult. Unfortunately, I did not get access to the early spectator invite, so I don't have the bands in here. But I do know from listening in that we had a Leona ban, let's see, there's a Mundo ban, and a Wukong ban. But that's all that I am. So, on purple team, we have a handful of AoE ultimates. They're looking for some moderate crowd control, general team fight organization. On the blue team, we've got an Ignite Thresh as, let's see, they'll be going, both supports have Ignite here, there's no exhausts on either team. Jungle Vi, a mid lane Morgana, and a Jax top. The Jax Shyvana lane should be a pretty easy match for Shyvana for the first 5 levels. That level 6 is a huge turnaround for Jax, and that could be the make or break point depending on how far ahead Shyvana is at that level 6 point. If she's not far ahead at all, Jax might be able to catch her by surprise, just kill her outright. The Morgana Yasuo lane, that could be difficult for Yasuo because the Black Shield, he doesn't deal any magic damage, so the Black Shield is going to last for the full duration, pretty much. No matter what, he will not be able to knock her up and use his ult at 6 on her. Even with the Mumu ganks, there's no knock up there either, so Morgana is going to be able to farm safely with her Tormented Soil, harass with auto attacks, unless she makes some pretty big misplays, even without the help of Vi. Going 1v1 with Yasuo and even 1v2 with the Mumu ganks, that Black Shield just allows her to have the big advantage in that lane as well. Man. So just based off the picks alone, Studio Poro is looking pretty good. But anything can happen. And we're at 100%. Alright. We're off. We got Dorn's Blade on both 80 carries. Dorn's Shield on Blitz. Versus a coin on, let's see there. Dorn's Shield on both mid and top laner are for Curse. Going up against a Ring and a Flask start out of Jax. Microsoft to spread all the way out. They're going to cover all their jungle instances. Curse might be looking to invade this. Got shovel stacked up in this bush, but The level 1 isn't fantastic. They're probably just a stacked guard. Probably not going to see any action here at level 1.
Minions have spawned.
Looks like Vi decided to start her red buff. She was rotated down out of the mid lane where she was posted. Alright, red buff going down to Vi, blue buff down to Amumu. And that would be that. A little bit of harass coming out of Yasuo there. I already took a third of Morgana's life. Good start. Shyvana is pushing up fast and hard as you would expect she would do with the early advantage. Got to level 2 first. See if that makes any difference for her. Bot lane. Looks like they haven't really bothered to exchange any poke whatsoever. A little bit coming out of Varus. Just focusing on farm for now. Got level 2 on both sides now. Here comes a hook. Miss. Blue buff just went down to Vi. Mumu just started on his red. Note that Vi did stop to do Wraith, so she's level 3. Mumu stopped to do both Wraiths and Wolves, so even though it looks like he's a little bit slower, took time out of his schedule to get both camps along the way. Spawn is just keeping Jack pushed up just outside of his tower, so he's not going to be missing too much farm yet. Looks like the harass game between Yasuo and Morgana is pretty even, both of them about 2/3 life. Mumu finished off his golems, he's going to go back to buy an early Spirit Stone. Morgana and Yasuo are just continuing to trade, now they're both at about half life. Bot lane, both sides are quite healthy. Curse already has level 3. And there's level 3 for Microsoft. Alright, first gank's coming through. Vi has not gone back to purchase yet. Just wandering through the river. She's going to drop her trinket down. She's going to look for a gank on this Shyvana, who is way pushed up. Her ward's on cooldown. Placed it earlier. Spider senses, though, kicking in. She's going to back off. Good move on her part. Mumu, going to try for a lane gank. There's no wards here, just going to wander right in. The lane momentum is headed away from him, so he'll probably move forward and end up getting seen by this ward. But they're going to engage with a hook. Mumu's going to show himself out of the bush. He's going to hit a bandage. There it is, but it's flashed away. The ignite down on it's going to force Thresh out. It's a little minor victory there for Curse. Meanwhile, Morgana just that black soil keeping Yasuo auto attacking as fast as he can to keep it out from underneath his tower. The farm between the two of them is actually pretty heavily in Yasuo's favor at the moment. And for all the pushing that Shyvana has done, actually had a pretty big farm disadvantage herself. She was forced out of lane based off of that spider sense gank, so Jack's had a little bit of free farm by himself. He hasn't bought yet. I don't know where Shyvana went when she backed off, but she didn't buy. Alright. Thresh just now making it back to lane. Put him a level behind here, he's only level 3. Kurt's gonna finish off a wave, and looks like they're trying to figure out what they want to do. Do they want to go back or want to keep farming? Varus at the moment has 1200, so he's probably going to want to stay for a BF sword. He's farming, it's about 10 up on Ezreal. About a 150 gold advantage right now. Another hook lands on the Varus. Threat's going to follow it, going to flay. It's going to put some pretty good damage down to him. There goes the ignite. He's flashing away. Amumu while ganking Morgana. She's forced to ult. Stuns both of them. Vi's going to come in, and she should be okay. They're just going to back off. Vi's thinking about going in, but Shyvana's rotated down. She's got her ult. She's going to go in. There's a flash out of Morgana this time. She gets a binding onto Shyvana under the tower, and Shyvana flashes away. A lot of action going on. Not a whole lot to show for it, though. Lots of summoner spells coming out. Some good rotation by Shyvana there, but ultimately just trading summoner spells. Alright, Jax has 6, and Shyvana just used hers in mid, so she's gonna, even without this extra large wave of minions here, not in a position to be fighting Jax at the moment. Let's see here. So with that first back, Varus is able to get himself a pickaxe. Ezreal saved up 1400 gold. It'd be nice if you could stay just a bit longer to get that BF sword on first buy, but he'll settle for boots, Vamp Scepter. That'll keep him in lane. We're gonna just keep the push on. Looks like both top laners decided to back out, maximize their gold advantage. Jax going straight for the Bilgewater Cutlass. He's going to sustain in that lane as much as he possibly can. Shyvana, straight up health. Big old Giant's Belt. So, despite having a ton of health, there's no sustain there. So, the only chance she has to send up Jax is just in a straight out brawl where she kills him and forces him out of lane in one single exchange. If Jax is able to poke, disengage, the sustain off that Bilgewater Cutlass will keep him in lane and she'll get forced out. So, we got a little bit of vision wars going on down here. Amumu's rotating in from behind the dragon. Yasuo is rotating down as well. So here comes the fight. Amumu's bandaging in. Ultimate, the Varus ultimate, they're just stuck there. Threats are going to go down. Ezreal's going to flash out before he shifts, and that's first blood to the Varus. Good job on Curse. Yasuo caught Morgana in the jungle here. She's forced to ult and just try to walk away. Bound him on the pedal, throwing out an ignite. That's actually going to bring him down a bit below where she is, and it's just the end of that stalemate. Ezreal ult coming out, not going to hit anything. Got a Mumu and Lulu trying to clean up a little bit. Shyvana rotated down again to see if she can pull something off. Flash is still down from that last little exchange. She had a ward. She could have jumped on that. We're going to try to hand over blue buff to Morgana. And nope. Either intentionally or accidentally, Vi picked that blue up. So Morgana's going to have her work cut out for her trying to hold this lane back now that she's left without a blue buff against a manaless mid. We'll see how much longer she can last. Vi's going to perhaps try to come in and gank to force this lane back in the direction they want it going. Jax is backed up, picked up a ruby crystal. We'll probably see that turn into a phage pretty soon. Lulu's getting poked out a bit, low in health. No mana left, she's gonna go back. Varus just left to farm at tower, which he should have no problem doing that. Plenty of damage off that pickaxe. In fact, right now he's stayed up 18 CS ahead of. And with that first blood, that means he has over 3,000 gold. Which, along with the really impressive 90 farm on Yasuo, which them is the only two champions in this game with over 3,000 gold right now. We've got Amumu looking for a lane gank here. he's should be clear to move up into that next bush if he really wanted this, but just taking his time, playing it as cautious as possible. Waiting for Jax to commit to something. There's the flash bandage. Doesn't get Jax to minions, but he's going to ult for it. They're going to ignite Jax. Jax is going to ult. Shyvana's going to ult in. And they should have this. Shyvana's going to go down under tower, though. And that's a 1-for-1 with assist on Curse side, so slight advantage there. Extra 50% gold on Curse side. Mumu gets to pick up there. That'll be the... let's see. That'll complete the Spirit of the Ancient Golem for Mumu. And he's going to pick up some boots. And a pink ward. Always good to make sure you can secure your jungle pathways as a jungler. Pink wards are the tool for the job. Yasuo's keeping this Morgana pushed. And looking for some roam. He's going to ward this jungle, circle back around. Looks like Vi is going to look for a lane gank here, but she's going to be spotted by this ward, so Lulu's going to sweep. She might get caught out here if this hook lands. There's a flash, there's a hook, and a flash in return. Traded flashes. Vi still does not know that she's been spotted out here. She's wasting her time. Amumu's going to come down for the counter gank. They have a ward up here in the river, though, so he was spotted out. So they know this is a 3v3 situation. Morgana's roaming down. She's spotted by a ward. Yasuo's roaming down. This could be an explosive 4v4 fight. If this goes well enough for one side or the other, then you're going to see a dragon get picked up too, and this will be a pretty big advantage for somebody here. Vi's going to Vault Breaker in. She misses it. Varus throws ult. Misses it. Thresh throws down ultimate. Doesn't catch anybody in the box. They're going to clear out this pink ward. Well, they're going to back off. They are not confident in all these missed ultimates. Varus and Yasuo are going to press into the jungle a little bit. Vi's charging up Vault Breaker. Flashes in. Founds in Mumu. That was not what she was bargaining for. Mumu has to ult out because Morgana's come in, throws down ult. This is actually not going very well for Curse. They were not ready to turn back on that aggression, and Lulu's caught out in this bush. Looks like they're going to try to move up on her. There's the hook on her. Morgana's binding lands, but they're still just not committing to this fight. Nobody's ready to chance it. So ultimately, it's just a lot of ults and a few flashes. Meanwhile, top, just the duel of the two laners, and Jax is, as expected, out-sustaining the Shyvana. She's got armor under her belt this time, but just getting chipped out slowly and surely by one leap strike after the other. She's stuck farming under the tower. Jax finally can commit. Ult leaps in. Still has ignite. Didn't bother to use it. He could have finished that. Oh, there's the leap, the stun, the ignite. Flash from Shyvana ignites back, but it's just not going to be anything worth using. Meanwhile, we had some action down bot. We had Yasuo and Lulu going down. Let's just roll this back and see what's going on down here. Looks like Microsoft went for Dragon. They landed Binding, just able to obliterate Lulu out of nowhere. Thresh is pushing up. He's going to eventually go down. Mumu missed that bandage. The Dragon's still low. They're able to pick up a double kill, killing out Vi in the process. They don't have a smite. Ezreal finishes off Yasuo. Ez is going to flash away. Mumu's trying to chase down, finish this off. Ez is able to shift away. No bandage. So that's just a 2 for 2 down here. No dragon ended up picked up on either side, so, you know, not too bad. Let's jump back to live. Jax was able to finish off that tower after picking up that kill, as expected. That's just what he does. Alright, so sometime since then, they're all going to sort of break away, try to get back on top of the jungle buffs. Red buff being picked up by both sides here. There's a blue buff waiting for Microsoft over here. I thought Shyvana might try to go in and pick it up herself, but she's just putting down a ward. Jack's warding, going in for some harass. Just keep him in the fight here. He's far enough ahead that that's just the kind of trade he needs. Even if he goes even, the sustain is going to keep him in there. That ward spotting on Moo Moo, he knows to back off. He's going to hit that flask up for some regen. Moo Moo's not satisfied. He's going to circle around for a lane gank. Oh, there's the Shyvana ult trying to knock things off. The stun comes off from Jax. She's going to pound on her, and Jax just flashed it away because Moo Moo showed. That probably could have been played a little better by Curse. Not using the dragon initially, baiting Jax backwards towards the bush where Moo Moo was. Could have gotten Jax caught up in a stun, bandage, and a Moo Moo ult, who knows. But they did burn his flash, so I guess it's not a huge loss either way. Just taking turns farming lanes down here in bottom, nothing too exciting. Morgana just finished buying. Vi's trying to hold this lane. This tower doesn't have much left. Curse can manufacture a good opportunity. They could capitalize on this being down now. You can get this lane pushed out, pressured under this. You can easily rotate up and try to take control of the dragon area. Looks like an engage gone wrong has left Thresh dead in the bottom lane. We have a 4-0 Varus with a Bloodthirster. Almost fully stacked too. Got Yasuo looking around, trying to spread a little bit of map vision. Microsoft is pinging out that ward. They know it's there. What are they going to do about it though? Moo Moo rotating down. Looks like they want to put pressure on this bot lane, maybe convert to a dragon. Both teams have pretty good ward coverage of the area though. There's one in river about to expire, but fresh one here in the pit. Gonna go ahead and start Baron, pull it out. Alright, they see the one ward that they want to clear. Microsoft knows everything that's going on here. They're all grouped up around the back of the pit. Vi's going to zip in and take the lantern right back out. And that's a dragon for Curse. Meanwhile, Jack's just looking to duel. Putting down some harass. Healing it back up. He's got flasks. He's got cutlass. He's good to go. There you go. Jump in. Just putting down some harass. There's just nothing, no chance left for Shyvana to try to trade with that. She can't compete with the sustain, and if she chose to go for a sustain fight, now that Jax has his ultimate, has a phage, just can't match the sustain damage output either. Got a little bit of a fight going down between Yasuo and Morgana here. A flash in from Vi with a Vault Breaker ends up actually just letting Yasuo flash back out on the way back in. And Moo Moo's here, bandages onto Morgana. Ults, that really just hits her Black Shield though. They're going to try to throw in as much damage as they can, but looks like they're both just going to be able to walk back out. Moo Moo's going to bandage back on. There's Vi going down. Jax is here, jumping back in. He just throwing down the damage, and down goes Shyvana. That's a 1-for-1 trade. Curse should be able to do better than 1-for-1, but most of their power right now exists on this Varus, so as long as he just stays down here farming in bot lane, they're not going to get very far. This Jax is actually, he's reaching critical mass. Trinity Force is almost ready. Things are going to really turn around for Microsoft if that happens before they can get some, Curse can pick up map pressure. Looks like Varus should be ready to just take down this bottom tower. And that is the signal for them to go back, heal up, and then start pressuring elsewhere. Although it looks like they're going to look to pressure elsewhere without healing up at all. He's got that Bloodthirster. He's completed the Last Whisper. He can lifesteal back up to full and be ready to go. See, this red buff is up. There's 4 of them here. 3 from Microsoft below. The remaining 2 are headed down here, and they do not have Shyvana. I said 4? That's wrong. It's right now a 3v5. Looks like Curse has stopped to count and realized the problem, and they're backing out. And that'll be a red buff secured for our Ezreal. I'm going to vie for control of the vision around here for a little bit. This Jax and Shyvana duel. It's going to change a little bit. Jax does a whole lot of damage in both physical and magic damage. Shyvana finally picked up a Negatron cloak, so things should, she might actually be able to trade with him. Looks like it's closer, but it's still just not going to happen. She should be able to, yeah, once she gets burnout, she can still just outrun him, but she's not going to be able to outduel the duelist. The Grand Duelist. So, let's survey the game as a whole. Oh, actually, Yasuo just going in for an ult, just for funsies. It's not going to get a whole lot out of it other than some damage. Morgana's going to rotate up here too. She missed that first binding, so Curse should be able to just walk away. We've got their bot lane rotating up. This is a 4v4, about to be a 4v5 in Microsoft's favor, because Jax has already come down here just sitting unseen in the brush. They knew he was there though. Moon would blind bandage him, throws down the ult. They're trying to put as much damage on this Jax as they can, get him out of the fight. He flashes out over the wall. Threshold comes down. Yasuo doesn't have his ult because he used it frivolously earlier. Shyvana finally arrives. Dragon's Descent in. Ez fail flash, and she's going to go down to the dragon. Meanwhile, Amumu is just sticking onto this Jax. She's not trying not to let him get away, but oh, the clutch bandage at the last moment is going to take him down, and that is an ace for Curse. Going to be able to take this tower down, and see, with death timers, only 3-4 seconds left on Morgana and Vi. That's all they're going to be able to safely get this time. Finish off that last wave. Varus is going to stop, put down a little more damage. He knows it's not safe though. So that's a big win for Curse. They're now a little over 8,000 gold in the lead. We've got over 200 farm on this Yasuo at 25 minutes. That's pretty good. He's got his static Shiv. He didn't go for the Infinity Edge, the sort of critical damage doubler that Yasuo loves to get. Stopped to get a Last Whisper, but I know for sure that BF Sword will get there. We've got 6-0 Varus. Hasn't actually gone back to purchase since they took down that bottom tower. Still just stuck with Bloodthirster and Last Whisper. He has 2,400 gold. He's going to be able to upgrade his boots and then some. They're going to, before buying, top it all off with another dragon. And Ezreal ult's going to come out. It's actually really good timing, but they secured it with Smite. No problems. So, Vi's going to Vault Breaker in. She's not going to hit anything. Yasuo is not ulted yet. Yasuo going to dive in. Varus ult going down. Morgana forced to Uses Zonius for pretty much nothing. Vi is trying to stick to Varus. Varus is way too fed. He's able to kite her and take her down with ease. That leaves 3 members of Microsoft left. Thresh at about third life. They can't really hold on to this, so they're going to just have to back out. And here comes the siege. A little bit good-natured left spam coming out. Jack's going to jump in. He's going to try to stun up Yasuo. Yasuo's going to flash out. Jack's caught up in the Yasuo ult, and he's going to go down with ease. Bandage onto Thresh. Flashes away from the Varus piercing arrow. Moon is chasing a little too hard, taking out the aggro from the Nexus towers. Going low, Bandage is back in, but I don't think he really wants that. Edsel going to come out, try to finish it off, blocked by the wind wall, and Curse takes down that inhibitor tower and is just going to walk out of this one. Another really good fight for Curse. Will Varus finally go back and buy? Well, he's not recalling yet. He sees a wave hitting this bottom tower. You know what that means. Even more gold. He's at 3,500 so far and counting. Okay, so taking stock of this. 4 towers to 1 in Curse's favor. About, let's see, that's like 1,200, 12,000 gold advantage. We've got 1,900 gold in Yasuo. That's close to enough to afford that Infinity Edge. So like needs a couple more waves here. Thresh Hook comes out, just gonna miss entirely, and they're gonna back off from that. Yasuo is a bit low to be taking part in team fights here. He does get those shields, but he has no lifesteal. Varus did go back and buy. Actually opted not to go for boots 2, went straight for static shift. Bandage goes in, lands straight on the Mumu, throws out the ult. She's not shielded yet. She can just throw out the ult and die immediately, so there's only half damage there. Dragon's already descended into the middle of the fight here. Mumu is still in the middle, just trying to wreak as much havoc as he can, throwing down tantrums, reducing magic resist. Shyvana's in there. Varus just able to easily pick people off from the side, one by one by one. He's just left untouched. They're able to take 3 for nothing in that fight. Mumu just barely surviving here. And down goes the inhibitor. Oh. There's a flash, and that's what you get. If you Ezreal, I'm sorry, but you don't get your red buff today. Alright, Yasuo, how are you going to get out of this one? You got several people rotating in on you. No, they're not going to commit to it, so that's the end of that. Alright, everybody's backed off, spent most of their gold. Lulu's just now recalling. That extra 1,000 is going to be put to use. And what's it going to be? It's already got Talisman. It's going to be cooldown boots on top of Crucible. Aegis. We get a pink ward. Alright, there's the Infinity Edge we're looking for on Yasuo finally. We've got... Look at all this armor on Amumu. He's got Frozen Heart, he's got his Randuin's Omen. He's going to be able to bandage in there. Oh, well, he's going to miss that bandage, but it's okay. We got plenty of damage out of Varus to keep up for it. Morgana flashing away. I don't think she's going anywhere. That's another double kill for Varus. There's pings coming out on the Baron Nashor. Looks like that's the call. Shyvana's going to stay, clear out the rest of this wave. Microsoft stuck back in their base defending, trying to peel these super minions. All of this damage means Baron's going to go down nice and quickly. They're not even going to devote all 5. They're going to take down this top tower while they're at it. And that's 6 towers for Curse to the 1 of Microsoft. Clear out that mist bandage. They're going to set up plenty of damage coming out from Varus. She's going to flash away and get out. Vi's in the middle, just taken down before she gets a chance to do much. Morgana's taken down by Varus. Throwing down the arrows onto Ezreal. That's a triple kill for Varus. Almost takes down Thresh for a quadra, but he's got just enough to get out. At this point, they're just piling up outside the fountain. They're not going to let them out to defend. Hook's coming down, trying to save face in any way that they can at this point, but Curse is just in control of this fight entirely. They're even hooking people into the laser, and it's just not doing any good. There's a finally get Varus though. They're able to use a flay to get him in there, and looks like they might actually be able to hold on to this game for just a few precious minutes, clearing out waves with puddles and jack stuns. Curse gonna retreat. Losing a couple of people to the fountain like that, maybe a little cocky, but I think they have what it takes to finish this game off. We've got only 1 inhibitor down, because right as they left, the center inhibitor came back up. Mumu's going to look to pick up this dragon. You know, that pink ward doesn't matter, it can stay. Don't bother with it. Although it doesn't quite have the vision to see him doing the dragon, so he'll be safe doing that. Shyvana's going to sit here and defend this tower. Microsoft really wants to get another tower. They only were able to get that top one thanks to the strength of Jax, but all the others remain pretty strong. There's some decent damage on that bottom tower, but Curse has mostly been back and shopped at this point. Yasuo saved up 2200 gold, came back from base. I don't think he's not ready to buy. He's got that Vamp Scepter. He doesn't have the inventory space to pick up VF Sword, so he's just going to save the 2400 gold to get straight to Bloodthirster. Ezreal coming out, trying to clear out that wave, kind of undo some of this pressure that's on this inhibitor, but it's just not going to be enough. Hook comes out, lands on Lulu, but nobody's there to follow up. They're going to Talisman in. Vi's going to Vault Breaker in. Dragon just flies right past her, and it's just a mess. Vi's just tunnel visioning straight for Varus. He gets Lulu ulted though, which is enough to keep him alive. He's just trying to lifesteal through all the damage they're putting out on him. Vi falls. Varus takes down Jax for a double kill, and this is the game in Curse's hands. Both Nexus towers are down. That's an ace for Curse, and it's the game. And there you have it. One more game for the After Hours Gaming League. I am Noah Management, otherwise known as Catherine. I'll see you next time.